Here's some advice, Zion Williamson, since you want to send your publicist to talk shit about me every other freaking week. How about you get on a treadmill, speed 3, level 12, and maybe you'll lose some weight and go on it for like an hour or 2. Second, how about you stop drinking sodas? 3, how about you practice doing 3-pointers? Everybody's tired of seeing you do dunks all freaking day. Learn another move. It's getting boring and tired. You're tired and boring, just like how you were in bed.
Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we got to talk about Zion Williamson, the things Shaq and Barkley said about him, but most importantly, what has happened to his contract. Last year, he missed more than 22 games, and that triggered a clause in his contract that turns money in the 2025, 2026, 26, 27, 27, 28 seasons into non-guaranteed money. And that amount over those years could lose him $126.5 million of the $197 million deal that he signed. So Zion is really messing with his money, not keeping himself in shape, not being able to stay out on the floor. They could waive Zion as early as the end of the 2024-2025 season. And if they pull that trigger, Zion loses $126.5 million of the $197 million that he signed. We're going to check out what Shaq and Barkley said about him and his response to them. Let's peep it.
And I feel, just from listening to you guys, though, that it does come from the right place. You want to see him be the best player he can be.
And I have G14 classification. I'm the president when it comes to being a dominant big man. There is no other. There was another. Rest in peace, Mr. Wilt Chamberlain. When it comes to being a dominant big man, I am the authority. I am the go-to guy. I sat there and watched him. I said, he doesn't run hard, doesn't create easy baskets for himself, and it looked like he's not ready. That was me telling him, if you do this, you can get to the next level. So we only criticize people that we like. We only criticize people that we believe in.
What's really interesting, Ernie, why would he worry where it's coming from? It's coming from a place, we want him to be great.
And that's what he says. If that's what if that's where you're coming from, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some other. I know where he's coming from because there are some. I listen to.
Yeah, but I ain't places. I'm not.
Right, and he said Charles but there are places that are just criticizing. They don't give you a solution to the answer. They just want to give you the problem. But these two guys, one, have, like I said, early in their career, had to figure out, if I got in a little bit better shape, I'm the best player in the world. And both of them have been the best player in the world and dominated over a decade. Not like anybody could dominate for half a season, because most of these guys in the NBA are great, or even a year. But to dominate decades like Shaq and Charles have done, it's impossible if you're not in that kind of shape.
And Ernie, I'm about to keep it 1,000. If you say something about me and I don't get mad, that means I'm not ready. His response is telling me he ain't ready. I would have been like, excuse my French, F Shaq and Charles, watch this for the rest of the season. That's how you respond. Because actually when I say certain things, I'm egging you on to see what you're going to do. But the fact that, and again, it's all about that look. He still ain't got that look today.
It's really I want all these guys to be great players. And you see this kid got so much talent, but he's a yo-yo guy because he's not in good shape. And I had to go through that early in my career. I couldn't play back-to-back games until I lost 50 pounds. And that's why he'll get 35 one night and 15 the other night, because he can't sustain it. And I hope he gets in shape, because we thought he was going to be the next big thing. And right now, the jury's still out.
Do you think what Barkley and Shaq said last week, do you view that as a legitimate critique?
And what exactly did they say?
I mean, essentially it was both those guys said we struggled with some conditioning stuff early in our career, and that got better, and we see that in his game a little bit too.
If it comes from a great place and a place where they just want to see me do better, thank you. But if it comes from anywhere else, everybody entitled to their own opinion. Can't control that.
So what Zion has to do with this constructive criticism, he has to take it in stride, and he has to look at it not from a personal standpoint, how it makes him feel, but he has to look at the reality of it. And the reality of it is, it looks like if he's able to lose $126 million of those dollars starting at the end of next season, then it's obvious this deal is backloaded. So they want to see some habits, and they protected themselves. On the front end of this deal, they pay him the least. Now, his contract is structured, I forgot to say this, his contract is structured in a way where he can earn some of that money back if he starts to produce and hit other milestones. But if he doesn't, they're able to waive him at the end of the next season for nothing, you know? So they protected themselves big time, because I was wondering, like, why did they give Zion a max that he only barely played a full season worth of games in the first 3 or 4 seasons? But now we see why. It's because they have protected themselves, and they structured this like a football, a football deal. All we knew about was the body fat percentage and the weight not being able to be above the sum of 295. But now we know it's more to that. And Zion has to make sure that he gets his money. And that's going to come from the things Shaq and them alluded to: running hard, giving maximum effort, but avoiding being injured, making an impact on your team, and winning at a high level. You can't just be these Pelicans that's lingering around the 10th spot and fighting in the play-in. No, they want you to get to a place where they secure them a playoff spot in the top 5 seeds in the conference, and they want to go win a few series. Now, a championship, that most people don't win a championship. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even saying they are requiring that, but they'd love to get to a conference finals, or, compete, get in the semis and be a regular there and really look like they're on the cusp of winning the championship, being only 1 or 2 pieces away, but you being that main piece. That's why they signed you to be that. And I'm going to be honest, man, Zion to me doesn't have the kind of game where you give him the ball and he is the guy. He can increase his effort, though, and he can impact the game if he's in shape. He got a quick second jump. And I think, honestly, with his game, he's a poor rebounder. That should not be the case. When someone like Ingram drives and they pull up, take the final shot, you got that kind of player that can get that type of shot off on most players. If you got someone like Zion, he should be one who can keep possessions alive, get tip-ins at the end of the game, get caught streaking baseline, rise up, dunk, finish the game like that. His activity should be infectious, and it should be able to help lift the team sometimes. It shouldn't be about, because he doesn't have a bag, he doesn't have moves, that he can't impact the end of games. He should be switching on defense. He should have the lateral foot quickness with his athleticism to stay with guards on the pick. He should fight for position. He is already height deficient to be down low, and he doesn't fight for position. I saw a guy get an offensive rebound over him the other night. They tipped it over his head like he was a little kid, and then backed him down and shot the easiest jump hook I've ever seen. I think it was Tillman for the Memphis Grizzlies. He did that to Zion, and Zion didn't fight for position or anything. You have to get there before the person gets to catch. If you don't have the height, you have to position your body to where they're not able to get the catch or receive the ball in an ideal position. And Zion is not interested in that. He trots up the court. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, they may end up waiving this dude by the end of next year if things doesn't change. And if he has a significant injury, I can't see another scenario, because they've protected themselves. They literally did this in case he was out like this. So, hey, man, it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about all this. I want to see Zion get it together, though, man. Honestly do. But let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.